Hey everyone, Sawmill Charlie. Well, welcome to another Friday night bee chat. Hope everybody's doing well. Hope everybody's prepared for the big snow or the ice or wherever you're living, depending on what you are supposed to be getting. Here, maybe about 12 inches of snow, maybe Saturday night and all that. I'm going to go ahead and drop the link. And there's the link. And it's pinned. Hey, Brian. Brian's having Chinese. Hop Sing delivered. Hey there, Ryan.
Yeah.
Hey, Bill. Hey, Bill. Hey, Keith. DC. Shona.
Hey.
So let's see. Who else is on here? We got Sandy.
Yep. Highland, Keith, Peabody. Tritone is on. Dodd's on. Granado Honey.
I just have to trying to remember Shona's name on her hand. Yeah, we got John Kincaid.
Tar Heels on here.
And we got Ben Schmidt.
Yep.
And there's Randy Tar Heel. All that. So there's Wayne, Tytrone Wayne.
Yep.
So, and nothing here happening except for me delivering firewood and my son going crazy delivering hay to all these crazy horsewomen.
Yeah. These crazy horsewomen are wanting food for them horses.
Yeah, all he did was in and out, in and out, in and out, in and out, all long delivering. He said, I seen him a little bit for about 30 seconds. He said, I'll be glad when this week is over with.
Yeah, we got rid of the rest of our hay, which is a good thing. It's gone. All the hay's gone.
Well, that's good. Hey, Jeremy.
Yep.
Yeah. Watch a little bit.
Load out yesterday.
Is that for cattle hay?
Yeah.
And all that. But so anyway, it was not a bad day today. I guess it was in its 40s or something like that. I think tomorrow it gets into the 20s.
Yeah.
And yesterday it was 50. They said 51 degrees. I'll say 50 degrees. So I took off a few hours from work and went through the hives one by one. And I had previously a Thursday, a week, 7 days prior, I had put on some of Matt's magical fondant on there.
Yep.
And hey there, Pastor Larry. And so they had blown through that. Some of the smaller, he had sent me pint-sized Ziploc bags.
Yeah.
They died. 9. Man, that's cold.
Yeah, next Monday they're calling for it to be 3 here Monday morning.
And Sandy says out in Western Maryland it's 8 degrees out there. It's 28 right here.
Sandy, I don't envy you one bit. I'm gonna tell you what.
Yeah, but see that's money from heaven coming in Sunday for them up there.
Uh-huh.
Yeah, they got them ski lodges up there. That's it.
Yeah.
You know,
That's all.
money.
That's their tourism money.
That's that money.
Yeah. So I do have to give a shout out to somebody tonight. Um, One of my followers came by the store today and said, "Hey, Luke out of Montgomery County, Maryland. He's been on your channel too. So I wanted to give him a shout out. He's on his way to North Carolina to take care of his parents during this ice storm down there.
Mm-hmm.
So I hope he gets there safe. Hey, JT, good to see you tonight.
Yeah, there's JT. So anyway, I went through them, and I had fondant left over from the package that um, Matt sent me. I didn't have enough to go through every hive, most of them,
Yeah.
and so I put the fondant package, crushed it, put it on the hives, and then Nuke's got like a half of a pound of bee bite, and the big 10 framers that were good sized clusters got a pound patty. And then once hey Chris, hey Todd, and the hives that didn't have fondant, I had the what's it called, Bill? The
Bee bites.
no, the other stuff, the fondant that
Super fuel.
Super fuel. I had the small little stick style, so I gave each one 2 sticks, and put that in there along with the bee bites. I got the hive all the way at the end. That there's a nuke. It looks, I don't know whether it's going to make it or not. They did not eat all their fondant from 7 days ago. I don't know whether they got plenty of honey down in there or what. But I gave them some bee bites, closed them back up. Everybody else either completely devoured that stuff that Matt had, and I just picked up the baggies and shook the bees off.
Yeah.
And so I'm curious on how the bee bites are going. I had some different folks that had some experience with it on a chat last night, and they said that they had the ones that are in the little wrappers, like the granola bar style.
Yeah.
He said they devoured them down in about 3 days.
Yep.
And
So I got 2 boxes I want to send you, Charlie, but they're about 40 pounds a piece.
Of patties.
Yeah.
The big patties.
The big patties, 1 pound patties.
Yeah, I'm gonna see. I'm gonna see how that works for me. And oh yeah, I also did Super DFM.
Yeah.
Powder. Sprinkled. I had a little half. I guess it's a half tablespoon measure. So I have 2 little dips of that and sprinkled it on either the patties. I try not to let it go down through the frames, like either on top of the frames or on top of the fondant and everything, because they'll eat it up.
Yep.
And that, now what was it in Super DFM? Which is it, the DFM that helps with the viral loads, or does the bee bites also do that? I'm not sure. I forget now. I do know. I know the spirulina and the other stuff in that helps with the gut.
It's
health.
the probiotics in it that help with the viral load.
Yeah. Well, I just got I got yesterday. I got trying to find it here now.
Yeah, we had a strong microbials dealer meeting the other day, and they are coming out with some literature to make everything more understandable for the layperson that's not a scientist. So
yeah, I got my Bee Culture magazine yesterday.
Yeah.
And we've been talking about mites, and we know that they transfer viruses into the hive. And we also know that if you let your hives get overrun by mites, that you have a possibility of your hive, even though you knock the mites down, 3 months later, your hive might collapse because of the viral loads left in the hives.
Yep.
So now this is, so I call this is an article in the magazine. It says UBC research reveals why honeybees overthrow their queen, is what the type of the article is. It's sort of an article that they've listed here that you can go to the University of British Columbia and get the finite details and all the literature and everything else about it. But this is sort of more like an overview of everything. And I found it quite interesting that, most commercial beekeepers and beekeepers have been complaining about, the lifespan of our queens these days. And, they last maybe 2 years or less, or they're absconded, or, not so absconded, but the hive gets rid of them and gets a new fresh queen in because of lack of potency, I'll say. And they have come to the conclusion that because of they have found that queens that have been replaced or killed, they're heavily saturated with viruses in their body, they found. And they also found that there's a pheromone, and you probably know more about it than I do when it comes to that the bee or the queen puts out. And trying to find it here. They get supersedure because of this pheromone gets weakened because of the viral loads.
Yep.
And all that. And laming. Sure. It's that viral infections shrink a queen's ovaries, reducing both her egg laying capability and her production of methyl oleate, if you pronounce that word, a pheromone that normally keeps workers loyal. And when that pheromone level drops, the workers will smell the queen's weakness and begin preparing for her successor. So, and because of the viral loads in the hive, it more or less makes the queen, it doesn't put out the right pheromones. In turn, the hive gets rid of her, puts out, for a more stronger pheromone queen and all. And so that's what I've been always kind of on my little soapbox here in the last 6 months is, what are we doing about the virus? There's not a whole bunch we as beekeepers can, but I think the science community needs to start. They understand there's a problem, and I haven't figured out what you can do about it. But that's why I've been testing with supermicrobials to hopefully reduce that viral load in the hive. I mean, you can reduce it by keeping your mite loads down. That's the first step.
The lower you keep your mite load, the less viral load that you have.
But if you can fix the viral load at whatever strength it is in there with maybe some of this strong microbial products, if it works that way. Hey, Philip and Russell and hey, Kevin. So, Kevin, I guess it's 80, but is that the 80s out there in the Midwest with 10,000 hives? But I found that quite interesting, what little bit I've read of it. And Brian's found a couple leads on a couple new bee yards.
That's great.
So, I mean, I found that interesting. as far as the viral loads and stuff like that.
Yep.
I will have to say, while I was working in the bees, and I mean, I had some nice clusters like that on the top. And I took the bee bites, which was a patty, and I always like to take the paper off so they can get right to it. And I laid it on there, and they seem to be kind of going around the edges, checking it out, maybe start chewing on it a little bit.
Yep.
While I was preparing to fond it or other stuff for maybe getting ready to do some super DFN. Well, welcome, Kevin. 80,000 hives. I think your family, what is it? The largest beekeeper, the largest family that has the most hives in the United States, I think, if not the world. But so that's it's interesting. I mean, I'm kind of changing my mind about fondant and feeding, instead of just dropping, several hundred gallons of feed out there and sugar water in the fall, do that and then kind of use fondant as a winter insurance policy. So where if the bees can't move, hey Mike, can't move over towards the honey, at least they got that fondant right on top of them to grab, and all that goes. And then what else did I do? I guess that was about. Oh, I did go to one hive, had the 3 mediums like I run. Top hive was no bees. I took it off, and the second medium had a pretty good sized cluster, but off to the right hand side of the hive. And I checked the frames in that medium box. There was about 4 of them that were empty, and then there was about 4 frames that had a fair amount of honey on the top box. So I swapped all that out and took that box off and reduced the real estate so they can better manage stuff like that. Anybody wants to come in, just click on the post up at the top and all that. So yesterday, like I say, it was a pretty good day, 50 degrees. You didn't feel like you're chilling anything and all. And actually, I worked bees with no gloves on. Can you believe that, Bill?
No, I can't. That's hard. That's really hard to believe for you.
I did. I got about 3 or 4 stings out of it, but I actually went down there and I had them baggies that were empty, and I picked them up with bees on them and shook them all off.
Yeah.
They did try to get up here where my cuff was, trying to, I don't know, they were like digging into the cuff and like they were going to try to sting me, and I would kick them bees to the side. And I had 1 or 2 in the hand, but out of 20 some plus hives, not bad at all.
Yeah.
I mean, the bees did kind of, once you shook them, they were kind of up in the air a little bit.
Yeah.
And they were flying out the front door, cleansing flights and whatever, that kind of stuff. And all that stuff. Hey, Clay.
That working bees without gloves for you, that's an accomplishment.
Well, they're kind of lethargic at that time too.
Yeah, they are.
Somewhat. I mean, they weren't.
Some of them are. Some of them aren't.
Well, when they're when it's down in the 40s, things are a little bit better. As far as, I don't know, some people get all excited. I said, well, if you go in there and go in and get out,
yeah,
they're lethargic enough to where you don't have to do any smoke or anything like that.
Yeah.
So did you get in your hives yesterday?
No, we did not. We did not get in the hives. I wished we had it, but we didn't. So it is what it is. So
Did we have to go to the doctor yesterday?
went to the doctor Wednesday. Yep. So we'll talk about that later.
Yep.
So wanted to get in them. We couldn't.
Sometimes you just don't have the time.
Well, I had the time. I just was kind of confined to where I was at. You know what I mean? So,
Hey, Dot. How's things up in Maine? 6 foot of snow? Yeah, I don't know. It's like in the summertime, sometimes people will say, that they did this. Did you get in your hives? I'm like, no, I was working. I just didn't have enough. Just didn't do anything. Couldn't do anything.
yep.
Clay, he worked Mary's bees. I'm not sure who Mary is.
I know who she is. I know who she is. It's a somebody that we both know very well.
Yeah.
Yep.
And Dot, she peeked into her bees and they're alive. She's up in Maine, feathers and flowers. Hey, Dennis. Hey, Chad. Yeah, if you had some Dot, if you had some old carpet or something like what I do, I use that for a windbreak. Or you could get some bales of straw, but that gets kind of pricey because it's sort of like a one-time use.
Yeah.
You could wrap them with tar paper. I'm not sure whether that's going to do a whole lot for you. And that kind of thing. So, but
So what you got planned for this weekend, Charlie? Besides pushing snow.
Snow's not going to arrive here, they say, until about, I'll say, 10 o'clock at night on Saturday night. And hey, buttermilk bees. And and then the ice is supposed to hit around noontime Saturday.
Yeah.
So I'm not going to do any pushing until the ice is over with. I want the ice to be on top of the snow,
Yeah.
not on the ground, making everything slick as grease.
Right.
And all that kind of stuff. And that's my big thing with that. So, Buttermilk, where are you from? And what's your first name, too? But, so I'm not going to do anything until, Dennis, how's things in Alabama? I'm sure it's nice and warm down there.
Yeah, really.
I'm sure you'll probably just get rain and all. I seen my friend Gina from Nashville. She posted in Facebook, and she had these big, them old 2-gallon jugs out of glass. that like vinegar and stuff like that used to come in.
Yeah, they called them carboys.
Yeah, the great big ones with a handle, and all that stuff. Well, she
Yeah.
had it. She had it 4 or 5 of them. I think her husband uses them for meat or whatever. But had them sitting up on the table there in the picture. I asked her. I said, "What'd you do? Taking bottle the last run off the still before the big storm and all that."
What did she tell you?
John, she had a funny face, real. No, it's water.
Yeah, it's water, all right.
Nashville might get ice. They get a lot of ice down there. Hey, Tom and Melissa.
T&M. So you pushing snow, Tom?
They sit around here on a Clay saying a half inch of rain, freezing rain. Or maybe they're saying maybe a quarter of an inch. What's what the maps say? Who knows?
Yeah, you don't know until it gets there, until it gets started. You know?
I mean, everybody talks about this, and I mean, don't we all? We've gotten this kind of snow before.
Yeah.
I mean, back in 16, we had about 3 foot of snow.
Yeah.
That was a lot of snow where I had to climb out of the house, and kind of like climb through the snow to get down where the tractor was.
Yep. Oh.
Hey, James, what's happening? Good to see you.
He's back.
He's back. Now there's a guy that knows about snow. He would laugh at our snow. James going to be close to in town between you and me.
He is. Where's he going to be?
He's going to be down Newport News, I think.
Oh, that's not that far away.
He's a paper man.
Yeah.
Hey, Doug. Yeah, let me do some translation. Doug says it's minus 38 Celsius. Well, my chart don't even go that low. So that's probably a negative 30 Fahrenheit, I guess.
Yeah.
30 minus 30 is 22, minus 22 degrees. Yeah, I think you'll find enough to keep your drink cold. At least you won't be sweating like you were last time you're down here.
Yeah.
Why don't you jump on, James? Give us an update on the bees and the bee barn and all that. And I haven't get to talk to you lately anyway. James said he might try to make it up and see me. It would be nice.
Yeah.
That's a good ways away.
Yeah.
Okay, Jane. Thanks. So, like I say, I'm happy I got into my bees and
Yeah.
I'm just concerned about they have some honey in there, but it ain't a whole lot.
Yeah.
I'm hoping the bee bites, along with what little bit of fondant I got left, will hold them. But thing of it is, I've looked at the weather conditions from now until probably a week from today, it's going to be the highs are being the average of 25 at the most.
Yeah.
And now they'll be clustered down at that. So I guess they won't be actually eating that much.
Well, at least you know that they've got food on them, and it's going to make that it'll be that much better, right?
Mm-hmm. Yeah. But
So
yeah, that's what I also use. Pro Suite. Here comes James in. Hooray!
Evening,
What's that,
guys.
Harry? How's
I don't
things up in the Great White North?
good, not too bad. I don't have a whole bunch of time, so I got to run out and pick the wife up here in about 10 minutes. So, but no, things are well snowy.
All right. How about how many? I mean, where are you at with your bees right now? I mean, I know you had lossage, but you were building back up and all that stuff.
Oh yeah, so we had a pretty good rebuild year. Um, they're all sitting in the barn here. I was just going to pull up the camera and see if I could show you. They're all pretty happy sitting in there. I don't know if you see. That's still a cluster in the bottom of one of the hives.
Mm-hmm.
So as you can tell, those boxes are still
Yeah,
full
the
of
box. That's yeah. The bees are down at the bottom there. They're just hanging down off the frames and everything.
bees. So they're still looking pretty good. You can just see on the next one over there, they're actually clustered so much they're coming out of the box. And
Yeah,
it's 4 degrees in there, so I would
which
say
is
so far so good.
about 40 degrees Fahrenheit. That's which is the norm.
So
How many hives? How many boxes of bees you got in there? You know.
I think we're at what 70, 78. I think something like that.
Right. Well, at least that's better than you. What was it? One.
So no, it was a good year. Alan and I worked hard splitting and grafting and splitting and grafting and splitting and grafting. So our goal this year is to fill all our equipment back up. So hopefully we'll be a factor of 3 or maybe even 4. So that'll be good.
Yeah. It. And I know you got your equipment all polished and shine, ready to roll.
Gotta love that wax dipper.
Yep. I know you use that to kind of kill any bacteria and stuff like that.
Yeah, boil it right back down. So put it in there. It preserves the wood, cleans it all up. Anything that's stuck in that old wax boils off, ends up in the bottom of the tank. We filter that out, and then basically a nice new fresh coat of wax on there. So seals everything up good. But no, I haven't been on here in a while. Figured I'd pop in really quickly and say hi. I gotta, like I say, I do have to head out, and then I gotta finish packing tonight. So I jump on the airplane. 5:30 in the morning here. So
Are you flying down this weekend?
I am. Yep.
Okay.
So
How long you be in the States? Week or so?
it'll be another 7 days this time around, and then back home for a couple weeks, and then back down for another week. So
In the same location.
no, we'll be going to a different location. So
Okay.
yeah, I think the next one will be, I think it's North Carolina.
Okay.
So
Yeah. And then I know that you had all that extensive testing and stuff like that, figuring out what was going on with your bees and
yep.
all that kind of stuff. And
So I think we got all that cleaned up. Bunch of cleaned up all the feed pails, cleaned up all of the feed system, the pumps, everything like that. Got rid of anything and everything that may have any yeast spores or anything like that in there. And the result is what you see there on the hives now. So I mean, quite a change. So no, that worked out well.
Yeah, I mean, and now that you got to keep that level of cleanliness
Yep,
in your
absolutely.
in your pumps and whatever,
Well,
and
I think if this, I knew they. Well, let me back up. I knew they sometimes there was, evidence that they would collect yeast, but I didn't think they would, collect yeast like they did. Plus, there's a few other things that happened all throughout that too. So, live and learn. It was an expensive lesson. I don't think I'll do it again.
no,
So,
no, but it seems like that. Um, I don't know, you and then like Brad and Ian over the last couple of years, it's been this turmoil in the bees.
it's like it's farming or something.
Exactly.
Well, trying to, there's either disease or something coming along that's knocking you back all the time.
Well, you know what? I mean, when you look at this, there's all sorts of viruses. Everything takes cycles to keep track of it. I'm still learning, still trying to figure all of this out. It just goes to show there's lots to keep track of. There's lots you got to be on top of, and when you think you got it figured out, the bees will
beekeeping is a lifelong learning experience. You'll never get on top of it, I don't think.
But
and everything, and constantly learning. There's constantly new information coming out through science and stuff like that, and you just take that information and use it as best as possible.
Oh, absolutely. That's all. It's all one can do, right? And continue to learn and share and learn and share and kind of go from there. So, but no, it's been busy at work, which is good because there's not a whole lot going on in the bee barn right now. The drop is starting to pick up. So, I mean, but Alan's, being as I've been out of town, Alan's been really looking after that well. So it's just steady as she goes. We got, might as well say with the end of January. So we got 2 more months, February, March. They usually come out right at the beginning of April. So we're down to about 2 months. So we're over the halfway mark. We're over the hump mark, and now we just gotta bring it home, right?
Yeah, and it's just. I mean, the bees look good from what I can see of them in your video pictures there.
Yeah,
all that, and so that's good. And they're inside out of the severe cold weather.
Yep. Yeah.
So, and then I'm sure you're treating them.
Not yet. So that the treatment stimulates a few things, so that's still a little bit too early. So
too late for that.
Yeah. So I got at least, I'd say probably another 4, 6, about 6 weeks yet. So, but no, we'll look at getting them going too. So no, everything really is kind of going
pretty
well,
good.
I guess so, as good as one can say. But I will be down your neck of the woods. I don't know what the schedule and stuff looks like. I know there's probably a day at the beginning and maybe a day at the end. So we'll see what happens there. So I got your address stuff there.
Yeah,
now.
I know. Like I say, it's about 4 hours for you to drive it, but depends on.
That's an easy jump, hop, skip, and a jump.
I guess it is. Just give me a buzz when you're coming up. You got my phone, you got my cell, I think.
So, well, you know what happens if you're not around when I get there?
Well, somebody will be here at the mill.
I was going to say I'll be drinking beer and eating ice cream in your yard.
There's going to be somebody here. Somebody. I'm usually here.
I was going to say, if you did that in my yard, you'd have company there. It's somebody or something would be with you enjoying it.
Bring more than one beer. Is that what you're saying, Bill?
Yeah.
But
no, 2 weeks ago I was down in Mississippi. So I was down in Mississippi there, over into Alabama there a little bit, and then this time here up in Virginia. Like I say, a couple weeks from now, I'll be down in North Carolina. So,
Well, you know what they say, don't you? When Jim Cantori from the Weather Channel is going to go to a place when there's a storm coming, they're screwed. He's going to Baltimore this weekend.
Who's this?
Jim Cantori from the Weather Channel. You guys are screwed.
what's they were telling me, oh, it might snow down here, and I'm like, okay, big deal.
Yeah.
No.
Yeah.
Is it going to be cold? Well, it could be close to freezing, maybe even a few degrees below. And I'm thinking, all right, so I'll leave my coat and toque at home.
Yeah, I mean, what do you usually get? 4 to 5 feet of snow up there, don't you?
This year we're back to probably averages. So there was probably 4.5 feet in the backyard. It's melted a little bit. We're probably down to about 3 feet. So.
Right. And they're going bananas there. It's going to be 12 inches of snow.
Yeah.
Oh, wow. Big deal.
And then, of course, the media hypes it up about having freezing rain, which that's worse than snow.
Well, it depends whether the freezing rain comes before or after the snow.
Well, after the snow, which is fine. That's like everybody said about pushing. I'm going to let that rain crust that snow over.
There you go.
And then push it. Oh, that maybe Monday or whatever it is.
It's going to melt down there in like 2 or 3 days anyways.
No,
it'll all be gone by Wednesday. So the only thing I'm going to do is I'm going to plow my driveway out, and I'm going to come in here, and I'm going to sit down in a chair, and that's where my big butt's going to sit for 3 days until it all melts.
Yep.
I don't know. They say it's supposed to be in the 20s, the highs throughout the next 7 days or so.
20. So 32 is 0. So 20 is what? Minus.
Well, let's say 23. That'd be -5.
Well, they're calling for it to be 3 here Monday night.
T-shirt weather.
Yeah.
3 would be somewhere around -16. But, I mean, you guys, you're used to that severe cold.
Yeah.
Negative.
That's not severe cold. Severe cold's when it gets to like -45 or -50. If you remember, right, Grand Prairie, was it 2 years ago? It was the coldest place on earth. So yeah, we get some cold weather.
Well, if you get like you say, a -40, do you actually go outside?
Nothing. They might cancel the schools, but yeah, we go to work. It's just another day.
Yep.
I mean, how do you stand it? I mean, it's got to be brutal.
Yeah, you grab the winter coat instead of the fall coat. It's cold, yes. Things usually don't like to start or run, but they don't. Yeah, it's not any different. You get up, you go to work, and you just keep on going. It's just the way it is. A foot of snow. Well, all right, you might be a little bit late getting to work, possibly, but yeah, nobody stays home. You get up, you go to work. It's just another day.
Yeah. So,
anyways, here, guys, I do have to run. I don't want to be late to pick the wife up, so
Well, it was good seeing you, James.
I figured I'd, like I say, pop in really quickly and say hi to everybody.
yep. Yeah. Thanks for the update, and good to see you, man.
Absolutely. Take care, guys.
Always enjoy to see you.
I'll pop in when I can.
All right.
See you.
See you now. There's Matt. Matt needs your address, Bill.
Yes, I do. I've got to give him my address.
Whatever one you want.
Yeah.
Get a care package.
So, Matt, are you ready to write? Let me know when you're ready.
Ready to write, Bill.
All right. Address is 681 Patmos Road, Patmos Road, Woodstock, Virginia, 22664. Woodstock is all one word. So Roy came in here a while ago, Charlie.
Hold on.
Oh, you got that? All right, cool. Got it. Thank you. Thank you, Matt. I appreciate that. I really do. Kevin, you don't need to run off. No, you can't forward all of your utility bills to that address, Tom. You have to pay your own utility bills. Because all I'm going to do is send them back to you, and then you'll be late paying them. But I may hold them for a month or two before I send them back.
Okay.
Roy came in here and said, what BS did he miss? And I said, none, because we were waiting on you to get here. No fuel bills either, Tom. Nope. I'll hold them for a couple of months too before I send them back. It's a good try, though. It really is.
So,
yes, it was worth an ask. You're right. Steve Weremoth.
Hey, Steve.
Jeff. Hey, Uncle Junior, I got your shirt on. It's got your initials on it.
Would he send you a shirt?
No. He keeps telling me when he sees the abbreviation for Shenandoah Bee Supply, it's his initial.
Steve.
I went down to North Carolina Tuesday and picked up almost, a full trailer full of stainless steel. So I got Grammy's extractor to send to her too.
Mm-hmm.
And I can tell you, LTL and UPS have already said they're not picking anything up until Wednesday.
Well, that sounds right.
Yep.
What's LPL? Another
LTL, limited truckload. Only problem is when he leaves from there, he's going to have a truckload of stainless steel.
And all that stuff is boxed up and everything, I guess.
It's got to be on pallets. How far of a drive from the house to the store, Tom? It's about 2 miles as the crow flies.
I didn't think it would be that much. I guess it is, though.
Yeah, if you go by road, it is. If you could go in a straight line, it's probably 1.5 miles. Oh, to North Carolina, it's 238 miles one way. It takes me 3 hours and 40 minutes to do it. Now, see, there goes Phil again, being contrary. It's about a mile and a half, Phil. Yeah, it is. A little bit further.
So, Steve Wearmouth, where about you located at? You're, I'll say, new to the channel. Welcome. At least I think you're new. You're not on my list. Uncle Junior, I would say my bottom boards were full of melted winter patty. I guess they melted on them.
Out to dinner for the past 2 years. Wow.
Okay.
He was at Dodd said he was at the Snow Life dinner.
Okay. I mean, I see so many people. I have it. What it amounts to, I have my chat list here, and
Yeah.
I'm trying to, keep it updated and whatever.
Yeah, he was the tall guy in the corner, Clay.
Yeah, well, Junior, you got your hives insulated on the top, maybe a lot, or on the sides. Yeah, hard for me to keep them all straight.
Yes, Tom, that's what we're talking about.
Iowa. Okay.
Clay's a little slow tonight.
Anybody else want to come in? We're getting
really. Come on in here.
Yeah.
Come on in here, Tom. I know you want to.
Here comes the Mister. There he is.
JW. How's my buddy?
Hey, I'm gonna stir up a little. Conversation for y'all, maybe.
All right.
Cool.
Let me.
What's that?
I said I'm gonna stir up a little conversation with you guys if I may.
All right. Yeah.
I'm gonna regress. If we can regress a little bit on your chat to where you started on the virus,
And
everybody talks about let's kill all the virus in the hives, and talk about killing viruses. My question is there anything such as anybody's done any studies on good viruses? All viruses aren't bad, some could possibly be beneficial. So my question is are there any in the bee world, some of the so-called?
I don't know. That's a good
question.
It's a good idea.
I've never heard anybody talk. I've heard a lot of folks and a lot of chats and a lot of bee talk over the years about the viruses in our hives all being resulting from the mite infestation, grow mite infestation. Or
Yeah, it's they.
but nobody ever says, is there a possibility that there's some good viruses, in the hives too, that you might not want to kill? That's my question.
Well,
True.
I'll answer your question. There can be indirect beneficial viruses in the hive that are beneficial in context that don't do as much harm to the hive. They list 4, and one of them is antibiotic producing bacteria. One of them is not a virus, it's probiotic microbes. There are some viruses that stimulate the immune system in the bee and that trigger an immune response throughout the hive if they enter. Then they have the stable microbiome, which maintains a community of bacteria, fungi, and viruses. Researchers found specific viral compositions are associated with, rather than killing healthy hives, suggesting that they create a balance in the hive.
Now Shona says, pronounce that word there. It's Highland honey. It's where is it at? There it is. Whatever that is.
Bacteriophages.
I don't know what that is.
It's a scientific word. I've got to actually look it up.
Brian said up in Ohio, it's a whole -1 up there right now. He must be getting some of that lake effect nose stuff up there.
Heck, I'm 4 degrees here, and they're showing
It says 25 here right now.
Feels like -26 here. They claim outside. I know it was cold outside. I tried to work it a little bit on some woodenware out in my 3-sided unheated.
A bacteriophage is a virus that infects and replicates within a bacteria. They are not harmful to humans.
I know what a fudge is, but I was just curious. You hear a lot of talk about we need to come up with something antivirus that's a cure-all for everything as far as the beehives. But I wonder if you go overboard, if there's got to be all viruses aren't bad. So that's
I would agree with that, JW. I would agree with that wholeheartedly, because you need viruses to keep, like they were saying, you need the viruses to keep a balance in the hive, because if you don't have that balance, then you'll never be able to stabilize the community. So
that ain't working very good, Todd.
No, it's
I
not.
know.
It's falling apart
I know.
on you, buddy.
I know. That's all right. It'll turn into something different.
And it certainly will.
It looks like you're cutting up cheese.
That's a fondant patty.
That's
Is that
what it
one of
looks
Matt's
like.
fondant patties?
Yep.
Wow.
Hey, I'll give you a shiny nickel for all those bricks that are up under that wooden cubby.
Yeah, I will too. I'll give you $1 for all of them.
All right, make it $1 and a shiny nickel. And JW will give you a back rub when you come to St. Louis.
I think you need a I think you need a bread
I think
knife.
you need
there.
a sharper knife, Todd.
No. This is a pretty sharp pizza cutter. It's not going through it super easily, but a knife would be. I've done it with a knife. It's a little easier doing it this way, believe it or not.
You need to get a chainsaw.
Or a chainsaw. I got one right here behind me.
I got a power bandsaw, hacksaw.
Might work.
Hey, Todd, are you weighing those? And then how much weight are you putting in each bag?
I'm just putting 1 pound in.
Oh, is that a gallon bag or a sandwich bag?
Sandwich.
Oh, okay. I gotcha. Yeah.
Yeah. There we go.
You know what I
Yeah,
did is I actually just took a hive tool, and any ones that were more firm, some of them I got were not, but the ones that were more firm, I actually just took a hive tool and chunked it off and then throw chunks in there.
I did that. Yeah. I'm just messing around. I don't know.
I would thought
Just-
is that pretty hard? I mean, usually that stuff is pretty. I always found to be
Pretty soft.
soft.
No, it's medium. It's soft. I mean, it's just.
Why
Todd,
are you going to be the
What's,
007
why are
tonight?
you dressed like a burglar?
well, because I got your address, Bill. So, and I'll be sending my power bill over there.
Well, let's put it this way: you send it, I'm gonna hold it for 2 months and send it back to you.
I already
That's all
tried
right.
that, Todd.
I know. I heard it. No, I did. I made the mistake of doing this with my hands last time without gloves, and I had sticky everything around the house. So
Looks
Yeah,
to
he
me like
throws
you got a
gloves.
wetsuit on. You must be worried about getting your belly sticky too.
well, if I pick my nose, I'm really in trouble. So yeah, but I'm just doing this, just goofing off. It's Friday night. So that's about it. I thought I'd show a couple people how I do it.
Well, I find it interesting.
Yeah, I love this stuff. The bees do too. This stuff is the cat's meow. I'm telling you, it is really good.
Hey,
You got to
Joey.
taste it,
Joey.
Todd. You got to taste it, or you're not finished.
Yeah, you got to taste it.
No, I already tasted it. It tastes good.
Yeah, I
Uh-oh.
found it to be quite tasty myself.
Yeah, it's a good snack. It's got some carbohydrates in it. A little protein if you're a bee, but now I got to turn the light on. The
I
other
felt
light.
good for 2 days after I tasted that stuff. I was ready to fly.
I don't know if I'm going to be doing that.
How thick is that block here? About 4 inches, 5 inches?
It's about 4.
Get your tape out.
You know what? Now he's getting his toolbox all sticky. He's going to get his tape all sticky.
All right, it's a toolbox, almost 5 inches.
He's going to wonder why bees is in his toolbox.
Yeah, he is.
No, it'd be ants first.
Fire ants. He'll go to grab the handle of it to open it up and get bit by a fire ant.
Oh, that's a bad word in this state. God forbid.
I told Matt to fill up those brick with stink bug larvae. That's what I told him.
Is that what that is in here?
Yep.
Well, they have.
That stink bug larvae, we're gonna get you infested.
Yeah, they hatch in like 24 hours, don't they? Isn't that what you said?
You'll never be hungry again. You can just eat stink bugs to your.
Yep.
Well,
Hey,
thanks.
Todd,
I
DC
think-
says try a electric kitchen knife.
Oh, really? I
Yeah.
haven't tried that. This stuff, it's not too soft and it's not too hard. It's just right. Actually, I could probably put this on a file and get it even sharper. But I'm just getting chunks.
Yeah,
I
Sandy.
I can't wait for you to get frustrated and fire that chainsaw up.
Mm.
Yeah, Sandy. You wanna? Let's see. What's Matt's Facebook page? I guess it is.
It's just
He
Sandy.
doesn't.
Oh, go ahead.
Matt himself doesn't have a Facebook page that he goes to. They just have Sandy Valley Honey Company.
Yeah, go to that
Mhm.
Sandy Valley Honey Company, and you can order it. It's I've fed it. Well, I just put some in yesterday, what I had left, and the other I put it a week ago prior to that, and it's absolutely magic. It's good stuff.
I
You
think
know,
some
you
of
can
our
take a
boys-
piano wire, really thin piano wire,
Yeah.
Todd, and put it on 2 sticks, and it would probably cut through it pretty good.
Oh yeah. No, I completely agree. Um, I had an idea I told Matt about very similar to that, but I mean, gosh, getting a block like this, it you have to work at it a little bit, but it all looks the same when you start mashing it. So I don't mind doing it this way.
Todd, how
I
many
got
hives do
nothing
you
else
run on
to-
average?
Well, it used to be 50. Now this year I'm like 42. So right now at least.
Uncle Junior asked.
Oh, okay. Well, last year I was at 74 this time of the year, and then it whatever that was, a virus or whatever it was, hit me. It could have been the stink bug virus or something. I don't know.
Could have been.
Poor
You
management.
never know.
Poor management, yeah.
Hey, Uncle Junior, what he basically just said was he was a good beekeeper. Now he's not. Okay,
Yeah.
that's what I heard.
Yeah. A guy that lives probably 30 miles north of me, his name, well, I won't say his name, but he was the president of the American Honey Producers Association. And he runs, I believe he runs up to 30,000 colonies. And his theory last year was some type of wax moth virus that the wax moth were transporting around. And to me, that kind of, I mean, I like shook my head thinking, yeah, hey, you never know. But I had a really bad wax moth infestation last year. So you never know. It could have been that. I don't know.
Thank you, Uncle Junior. I'll tell you, you could use probably a handsaw on that. Might
Yeah.
work good.
Well,
that hive tool will break it up pretty good.
yeah, Hive Tool does get in there. I bought this thing and I thought, well, I'll just give it a try.
That's a big chunk.
Well, Sandy, Matt, you're on. I know you're on. What's the best way for Sandy to get a hold of you? Instant messenger?
Probably contact Tom, and then Tom can relay it.
No, I
Well,
got
I'll
it.
tell you what, Sandy. I'll message you.
So JW, does yours look just like this now?
I don't
Does
make
it come out?
I don't make them do that thick. What I do, fellas, if you must know, is I make mine about an inch thick, and I just cut them. They'll cut a lot easier than them. Of course, Matt's done it commercially, and he's got trying to figure out some way to ship it, which I just cut mine from own use. Looks just exactly like those, same consistency. And I just don't pour them as thick, and cut them. And if they're about 3/4 to an inch thick, you can just cut them out. I just cut mine out in about 4-inch squares, and then they'll just slide right into them. They won't break down if they're not that thick. If you understand that, they won't crumble up. You can cut them, then you can slide them right into your Ziplocs.
Yeah.
without them breaking up if you don't make them. But I can understand. I mean, in Matt's behalf, we've made them. Both of us have made them actually, work a little bit together on them, and it's from to pack to sell, well, you need to make them pretty thick like that, So
Now, Joey, I know you don't have snow down there.
get them in
Nope,
one.
that's from last year.
Mhm.
I figured I'd kind of blend in with everybody else.
Mhm. You may get something worse than snow where they're talking, Joey. You looks like you're on the south edge of that ice.
I was looking at Monday's temperature. The low gonna be 17 here, y'all. That's in Louisiana.
That is low.
Man,
I don't.
you'll be wearing a stocking cap all day, won't you?
Yeah, I don't believe that. They'll change that in the next few hours.
Don't bet on it.
I hope they do.
I hope you don't get it because in 90 it is 94, 95. We still lived in North Florida. I come home,
Sandy, it's
do some cow work, and we went back down through there, and they had a nice storm in Tennessee and North Alabama down through there south out of Nashville. I'm telling you, it was devastating. I mean, it just.
What year was that?
It's 94, 95, I think, Joey.
phone number is.
I'm not going to say for sure, but it was.
I tell you, in my nearly 70 years, the worst winter I seen, it was actually freezing rain. It was back in the 80s. It wasn't snow; it was rain.
That's what I'm talking about.
And there's big icicles hanging like a foot long on all the trees. It killed a lot of trees around here. It was
If
raining.
you didn't have ice on the power lines and stuff and the trees, it'd just break the limbs down and look like a tornado went through, South Tennessee, North Alabama, down through there for a couple 100 miles. It was just devastated. All the trees were, and folks were without power for, a month or two. That's what happens.
I think it was 95. That was the coldest day. The coldest, it might have been 95. The coldest day we had that winter. Somebody ran off the road and hit some kind of piece of equipment that had to do with natural gas, and they shut our whole community down that had natural gas. Nobody had heat.
Ooh.
I told
had an ice storm here, and
sticking with propane.
I think 84 of my farm premises. I was out. I had a couple heads. I was running a couple head, kind of 100 head of livestock, and I was without power to pump water for my cattle for better than a month. Ice is the worst devastation you can have without having, a tornado or a hurricane or something. That ice can really do some damage. Freezing rain's what it is, that's what does.
That's good stuff.
Yeah.
The weight break over the power poles.
Yeah, like I say, it killed a lot of trees here. It just, those limbs would get heavy and just split and break.
You just bust them off. It's terrible.
What kind of trees you got, Joey? A bunch of pine?
We got oak, pine, magnolia, mostly oak and pine around here. Some gum and
You including water oak?
water oak. Yeah,
Yeah.
we have water oak, live oak.
Yeah. Yeah, talking about ice. Years ago, we had one dairy farmer up here, and he kept his cows. I think they got caught about with the ice, and he got, I'll say, all his herd in the barn, and he had one cow that got down, didn't break a leg or anything, just couldn't walk, and I think they somehow got her on like a sled and pulled her up with the tractor up to the barn to get her inside. And then they just stayed inside the barn for 3 or 4 days at least.
I went through a 100-year ice storm in Missouri, and I woke up the next morning after listening to trees crinkle and crack and break apart. And I looked out my kitchen window, and I was drinking coffee, and there was a turkey standing by the big oak tree we had in the corner of our property. And I looked at it, and it wasn't moving. I thought, oh, it's probably dead. So I went out there. It had taken shelter underneath that big oak tree from the ice storm, and that somehow, some way, it was leaning up against the tree, and there was water dripping down it. It froze the turkey to the tree. He was alive and looking at me.
Like, what are you going to do?
He couldn't leave the tree, huh?
What was it? Did he turn into supper last night? That night?
No, he didn't. I looked out there a couple hours later, and he had detached himself from the tree and took off. I've never seen that. That was hilarious. He looked at me, I looked at him, and he was like, well, what do I do? And, you know, I thought, man, I could have had a turkey dinner that night, but he had already vacated the property by the time I could get back out there.
In response to Phil, you can usually bring a cow out of it unless she's really, really bad with the bloat or something. You can take a what to call it tricar and penetrate them and relieve the bloat, and they can get up and go. If a horse goes down, he's a dead animal 90% of the time. Horse cannot. If a horse lays down, they'll very seldom ever get up. I'm talking about, on their side. I mean, horses do lay down, but not too awfully often. But
Hey,
a down horse is a dead horse.
JW, is it true cattle will turn their butts into the wind on windy, cold days?
Yeah, about any horses will too. Buffalo will in particular.
Yeah.
About all your livestock will, turn their backs to the wind. So
Well, I'm just doing this, so I'm going to cut out and let somebody else jump in, I guess. Unless you have a question, JW.
Charlie he can handle over 6, I think.
I enjoy watching you work on.
Oh,
Yeah.
Okay. I'll keep going.
I find it interesting.
Kind of like watching.
I got a block coming towards me next week sometime.
Like watching Philip. Everybody likes to watch somebody work.
Yeah.
These. I watched Mike Berry's video a couple months ago about when he was pouring wax, and he uses how he does. And these silicone molds are awesome. Matter of fact, I don't know how much they weigh.
5 pounds.
29 ounces. But they're not all the same size. Almost 30 ounces. So it's almost 2 pounds.
I'll give you $1.25 for them.
Then I got these too. Hang on, I got to turn the damn light on again. I got one of these stupid sensor things on my garage light. I don't know why that's on there. You'll give me what?
I'll give you $1.25 for all of it.
Okay, well, come and get it then. I'll
Hey,
give you that price. You got to come and get it.
Hey, Mark.
I'll send you a UPS box.
No, no, I won't accept that. I'll send you a bunch of newspaper back in it.
So how many pounds was sent to you?
This 40.
Are you going to get 40 pounds out of it?
Yeah. Well, thereabouts. It'll come out to. Well, yeah, it'll come out. He might have had a.
You're putting a little bit more than a pound in a bag, ain't you?
Yeah. He might. It might be just a tad more than. Oh shit! Shoot. Did you see that?
Yeah, we seen it.
Oh, I hope you don't get kicked off the air.
Quick close up.
You see all them stink bug larvae in there?
Yeah.
Good to hear from you, Mark.
Oh man.
There you are. I seen you. I seen you, Mark. I knew you was on some of these chats.
Yep.
We had a pleasure meeting you. We enjoyed visiting with you down there at Nobby. We sat in the motel room 2 or 3 evenings down in the lobby.
Oh, is that Mark Bassinger?
Yeah,
Basinger?
he's on.
Oh,
It is.
okay.
Yep.
I can't see the comments.
Yep. Yep. He just checked in at.
You know, for somebody that said he wasn't going to Nobby next year, I'm sure I'm looking forward to it.
Yeah.
8/19. I think it was.
I just got a text from the governor of
What are the
Louisiana.
governors? What'd he say?
It's going to get
Need
cold
honey?
in a couple of days.
Oh. I thought you were going to say you needed to order some more honey. Yeah, it was a nice day here. When the fog burned off, it got up to like 60 or 61.
I've been wearing a short sleeve all day here.
Well, that time of year, isn't it?
Yeah.
It's about 80 degrees down there, Joey.
Dang, that's just
About 60. Let's see. Let me see what it is right now.
Cold spell, huh?
Oh, yeah.
Yeah, DC, get your
54.
whatever you call it, ID and everything, passport, so you can come to Nobby, get on the airplane.
Yeah, you don't need a real ID. I'm just telling you.
Yeah, that's a real idea. Get that. That's what I'm thinking of.
I mean, if you want to, go ahead, but you don't have to have it yet. But who knows? Maybe by this time next year, they make you have it.
My passport's still good for a couple of years.
Yeah. I brought mine just in case they had a problem with that picture the dummy took at the DMV here for my real ID.
Do they do the same with the real IDs they do with the passport? They won't let you smile. You have to go.
No, they don't say that.
They would not let us smile when we did our passports a few years ago.
Well,
Don't smile.
Yeah, Virginia doesn't want you to smile either.
well,
Have you got a trapping license out there, bass singer? You know, you don't want to just. He's a game warden.
Yeah,
You're not
DC.
out there poaching in beaver, are you?
Yeah, DC. All I'm saying is just kind of get all your things in order by next year, and that way things will go smooth for you.
Yeah.
You have 11 months to get your ducks in a row. That's all I got to say about that.
I got a question for Bill.
I got an answer for Joey.
Those modifications you getting done on that creamer, when is that going to happen?
It's gone to the welder, and they're making the plates for the prototype. They're going to send the prototype to me, and as soon as that comes in, we'll evaluate. We'll run a batch and see what it does, and then we'll say yes or no. Make it. So
that was a good conversation on the after chat with what's his name, Rob House or something like that.
yeah, Rob House. Yeah,
that was very interesting.
yeah. Y'all were on there longer than I was. What time did y'all end up getting off?
I got off before you did, I think. Actually, I kind of cut you short. I was holding my finger on the button to leave, and you were talking, and it went out. I meant to apologize about that.
That's all right.
I push the button on him quite frequently, Joey.
Yeah. But, it was interesting about how he talked about bringing that temperature back down real quick.
Yep, flashing it.
Yeah.
Yep.
Well, you guys would be able to do that tomorrow, not in Louisiana, but on the East Coast.
Yeah.
Yeah.
All you're gonna do is set it outside.
Yeah.
Problem is getting it outside because once you get that creamer full, it's heavy.
Yeah. You have to put it
Yeah.
on wheels. Put it
It's heavy
Yeah.
to start with.
Well, I tell you what, this is messy. I got sugar everywhere. I don't know if you could see it. I put a black, big one of those construction trash bags. I forgot what they're called. I put it on my table here, and then when I'm done with it, I roll it up and throw it away. And that's what's going to happen when I'm done with this. I'll take everything off and throw it away.
Those contractors, but
Oh,
those contractors
contract
come in
bag.
handy, don't they, Todd?
They do. They are. They are.
Either that or I use the paper that the contractors have. What's it called? Rosin
Oh.
paper. Rosin paper.
Yeah, rosin
Oh,
paper.
yeah.
I line my back porch with that when I'm extracting honey, and then after any honey drippings or wax or whatever, you just roll it all up and throw it in the trash can.
Yeah. I should have been cooking right now, but I forgot. Crap, I got to go put these out tomorrow, and I didn't want to do this in the morning, so thought I'd do it now
You're
instead of
almost
cook.
done.
Yeah, I'm actually about only halfway through. I still have quite a bit left.
Yeah, Tom needs to read this.
Todd, I'll give you a little suggestion to try
Hmm.
on your pizza cutter.
Mm-hmm.
Cut it down or wet it every time. Get you warm water bucket or something.
Really?
Yeah,
Yeah.
and just
Would that activate it?
No.
No.
What are you saying, JW? Use a pizza cutter wheel?
This suggestion.
Oh, I'll be here all night.
That'd be an awful big pizza cutter wheel.
Yeah.
If you wet that and not try to go completely through the block, just go down about the. I don't know how thick is that? 4 inches, that cutter.
That's about
Yeah,
5 inches.
almost 5
That
inches.
looks pretty
Oh, the
big.
cutter.
That's your cutter. Your cutter.
It's-
What is it? A couple inches. Is that all it is? 4 inches.
It's a 3.5-inch blade, probably.
Oh, just
3. Yeah.
About 40 pounds, DC.
you can't.
Yeah,
go
that
in-
would if you cut it down like you say about 2 inches and then saw it like a slab, it might even work
That's
better.
what I was
Well,
telling to try because, like I said, I don't make mine that thick, so I can cut through them and just put them in a bag and without them crushing up and about the size you want.
it would be nice if this was cut in half. If I had 2 strips that wide, and if I, like what Bill was saying, some piano wire, I could slice it right off in big chunks, and then fit it right in my bag, and then move on.
Well, that would be like somebody's got a soap making machine where they got their
That's
Yeah.
slicers.
that's.
Or how about if you got one of them things where you can put the heat on it, like when you're pushing the wire into the wax, maybe to slice it better.
Yeah.
Yeah,
Yes,
cheese
Yeah.
cutter.
You just need something like a big paper cutter and just whack it.
Well, what happens is your cutter gets sticky there, boys, on cutting that
Yeah.
stuff. If you'll wet it,
How about if he tries a little bit of dipping his blade in water and making it slick?
That's what I was trying to tell him. That I think it'd help him some.
Yeah, do that, Todd.
Run it through some hot water.
Either
Well,
hot wood or just wood or make it
just-
slick.
They just telling you you're doing it wrong, Todd.
I know.
Doing it wrong.
They want it to sound like a suggestion.
Yeah.
That's what I got when I was growing up. No matter what I did, I was doing it wrong.
Oh yeah.
There's always a better way, right?
Yeah.
However,
And if I kept doing what I was doing the way I was doing it and didn't listen to the suggestion, I got smacked in the back of the head.
Yeah.
Yeah. It doesn't, I mean, it doesn't cut too bad if I could just cut it into like a sandwich, just the exact dimensions of a sandwich and fit it right in here,
well,
it'd be perfect.
if you won't try to go so deep at the time and come in from the side, I think you can do that if you wet that blade.
Yeah.
I'm just saying.
Yeah.
I'm telling you, if I've cut a bunch of them, it works better with your blades a little bit
He's
wet,
bagging up some of Matt's magic fondant, Eddie.
whether it's sticky or not.
And Brian, does a soap mold cutter, would that cut a piece like that easy?
Mhm. Yeah, or if you don't make it too thick, you could cut it with senior
Well,
mold.
that's a pretty good idea. He could use a sawzall from
Yeah.
Chris.
I had mentioned to Matt that maybe he should use a soap mold and somehow make it long enough for a 25 pound,
I'm sure
20
Matt,
pound.
I'm sure Matt would break it down in 2-pound bags if you paid him for
Yeah.
That's quite a bit of work, boys. The easy way to do that is from a personal standpoint, it'd be hard for Matt to do it to ship to you guys. But like I said, I just actually pour mine about an inch thick, and then I can cut them and cut them in about 5-inch squares and slide them right into the sandwich bag, and they won't break.
Hmm.
They won't crumble up like that. Then when I go to use them, I just throw that bag on the floor and step on it to break it down, and then it'll get soft. Or out in the bee yard. That's what, you can ask Matt. That's what we do when we put them in the hives. Just step
Yeah,
on
'cause that's what I actually what I did out in the bee yard on the tailgate is I brought a rolling pin and just kind of rolled it. I'm not using the handles, but just kind of rolled that round pin over it.
Yeah, you can do that too.
Or I just took my hand and just pushed on it.
I took a mallet, just lightly banged on it. It worked pretty good.
It looks like that stuff.
Why is
The
everybody so
more in the
quiet
middle
now?
he is, the better it's cutting.
Yeah, it's softer in the middle for sure.
Todd, you're still cutting that up?
Yeah.
Okay,
Well, I'm taking my time.
we're gonna get you an address on that job.
Hey,
Yeah,
I
really.
work by the hour. That's why I'm moving so slow.
You would never make it working for me like that.
He's always working for the government.
By the hour or not, you wouldn't make it work for me.
Yep.
JW is getting them too.
He's professionally trained. He's a government employee.
Yeah.
Hey, I resemble that remark.
Hey, we're sorry, Joey. Hey, so Bill and Charlie, that was Kent Williams.
Oh, really?
I had to take that one. I called him earlier today to discuss a couple final things. So we finished off our topic list on all that good stuff, and we got some fun things up our sleeve. We came up with a couple of good things. So we got him teaching one class in the beginner, one class in the experience, which I'm excited about this topic, and then he'll be given the Friday night banquet, just fun, loving, not diving down in the kind of weeds talk. That's it'll be just interesting. The Kent Williams kind of interesting, fun sense of humor.
Yeah.
Yeah, he's got a sort of a dry sense of humor. It's real funny.
He does. He's a really funny guy, and he's very clever.
What date is that?
That's the 20th
Is that
well,
on y'all's
The banquet.
Yeah.
that's the workshop that we got, conference, whatever you want to call it.
what date is it?
So that's on the 20th. So we're having an all-day class on Friday the 20th from 10. It starts at actually 10:30
Yeah.
all the way through 5:30, and then that evening I think it's at 6:30 or 7. We have that banquet that'll last probably until, I don't know, 9-ish.
That's called the Eastern Missouri.
Beekeepers Association. When you go onto that website, you'll see one of the first thing to pop up when you scroll down. It'll have different ticket options to do. So Friday is the intermediate beekeeping, which is going to be a lot of practical, hands-on information. And then the banquet that night. And then the next day we'll have a full beginner series and a full day of experience.
What day is y'all's regular meeting? You got
Oh,
Mike.
crap.
Oh, Mike. Yeah. So, Mike Berry is coming to St. Louis for our regular meeting in February, and that is going to be the 10th. So, Tuesday, February the 10th. So, that'll be the week before.
I wanted to try to go to that too to kind of support him, but
Sure.
my wife wasn't able to go, so I don't know. I don't know. I might get
What are
with
you gonna
Mike.
do? What are you
He
gonna
needs
do?
to
Fly
ride.
up there, Joey?
Mike, he's driving.
All right. So, Joey, I got an idea for you. All right. Here's the deal. Come up, land in St. Louis on the 9th, bring your RV, stay for Mike's talk
My
on the 10th,
granddaughter's got my RV. You can forget that.
kick her out of it. Hey, jack her rent up for 2 weeks where she can't afford it.
Yeah, see, that's what I was going to suggest to him, Tom, is to bring his RV up there, and his wife will come for sure that way.
Hey, there'd be plenty of stuff for her to do in St. Louis. We can get her pointing in the right direction. Got a free zoo. We got the St. Louis Arch. We got the Botanical Gardens. We have Shaw's Nature Reserve. Plenty of caves.
Just
I mean,
give her
what does she
one of
wanna do?
Joey's credit cards; she'll be fine.
Absolutely.
She's got it. And here's a check I can give her too, right here.
There you go.
There you go. She'll be happy as can be.
For about 30 minutes.
Happy as a seagull with a French fry.
There you
That's
go.
right. Yeah, I'm looking forward to Mike Berry coming up on the 10th.
I've heard that talk he's going to do. It's a good talk.
Oh, wait a
I
minute.
was hoping.
Hold on.
I was hoping he was going to be at EMBA.
Actually, hold on a second. I think I misspoke. I think he's in March. Hold on a second. Let me find.
He told me early February.
Okay. Hold on one second. Let me ask Melissa something. Give me 1 second here. I hope I didn't make a mistake on.
Oh, crap.
Double check with the boss.
Should have checked with the boss before he did anything.
He's still a youngin'. He don't know better.
Yep. He'll figure it out, won't he, Joey?
Yeah, he'll get mature one of these days.
He will figure it out.
Dang, I might just have. Next time I order this, I might just have Matt do it. Bag it up for me because, boy, it's a mess.
Yeah, I bet it is.
Look at the fun
This
you're
stuff-
having, though.
Well, I'm having fun. It's enjoyable. I mean, it's not a hard thing to do. It's just these things fly all over. I get pieces everywhere here. I'll probably have ants in here tomorrow.
And you get to talk to us while you're doing it.
Yeah.
That's the best part.
I was right by myself when I done my little 25-pound one.
Hey, Joey, sorry. Yeah, we're all good. I'm sorry. Yes, February 10th. That's the second Tuesday in February. So February 10th. Last year, we moved our February meeting. So we always have our meetings the second Tuesday of each month, and it's always in the same location. But last year, we moved the February meeting till after our conference because it was a little bit earlier, right? Well, we didn't move that meeting. You kind of gave me pause for a minute about that. So we had to do a few different things different. So yes, he will be here February 10th, Mike Berry.
Yeah. I don't know if he's told you what he's talking about, but I know what he's talking about, but I'm not going
Oh, he is. Yeah. No. So we specifically discussed the topic, and then I said, "Hey, you want to come up to St. Louis?"
It's a good one.
Yeah.
And then on Facebook, you can sign up for the after party.
Yeah. So Alicia puts it in here. The after party is Saturday, February 21st. The meetup and eat up. That's basically after the conference ends on Saturday. I think it ends at 6:00 in the evening. Anybody who's going to be coming out of town or whatever, this would be the place to be, right here. Now, I will say the handful of speakers, the board members, and our so vendors, speakers, and board members will be having a dinner at the conference hall right after that. So there'll be a couple hours that some of us won't be there, but you guys will go over to the Maggie O'Brien's. It's about, I don't know, Alicia, what do you think? A mile down the road?
We're going the same place as last year, right?
Yeah, that's right. Yeah, it's called Maggie O'Brien's. If you guys, Charlie, if you look up Maggie O'Brien's, you'll see it right where the conference center is at. You'll go south on Lindbergh or 60. JW, that's called 67, right?
66.
Yeah, I think so, or
67.
67.
I think it's 66.
Yeah, you'll go south by about a mile. Be on the left-hand side. Todd remembers it. JW remembers it.
The Hell Hives question, I would say yes, he's used to cold weather. He worked on the aircraft carrier for a lot of years.
Well, it's going to be cold here this entire week. It's going to be downright frigid. So, could warm right back up, though.
It's 2,000
Yeah.
Market
It's
Street.
going to be warm weather through the 1st of February on my long range forecast out here, Tom.
You're showing warm weather?
February the 1st is the first day above 30, and it's only 31. That's what my long term. The rest of it's all in the 20s for highs. Now to then.
Yeah, let me look it up here.
Is that on Market Street, Tom?
Market Street?
Maggie
should be off-
O'Brien's
Yeah, it should be off Lindbergh Boulevard.
says 2,000 Market Street.
Well, that's probably the side street there. I tell you, Charlie, be sure and bring a neck brace if you sit beside Todd here, because he'll get you in trouble. He'll be after all.
Hey, that reminds me, are you going to pick me up from the airport, JW?
That's kind of a silly question, old buddy.
He's gonna make
Well,
you walk.
Yeah, I probably will.
If he gets there, he's gonna have to walk after he complained about my driving all the time down in Louisville.
I didn't say a word about that.
He's a pacifist. What he is.
He might abandon you like he did last time, Todd.
Just send it to you, Charlie. Look at your text message. I'll send it to you too, Bill.
All right.
Well, I have to figure out what Matt's doing, because when I did talk to Matt, he said he thinks he's in that intermediate class on Friday, and it doesn't get out until like 5 o'clock, and my flight gets in at 3:30. So
It's out at 5:30.
Just stand out there on the approach. He'll be there when he gets done.
I just sent it to your mobile number.
They got seats all over that airport. You can just sit there and rest.
Oh my God.
Hey, they also have Ubers, taxis.
They even got places you can plug your iPhone in and keep it charged up.
hell, I think an Uber would be as much as my plane ticket, because it's all the way on the other side of St. Louis.
I would suggest it's probably about 15 miles, maybe. What do you think,
really?
JW? About?
It seemed like it took a long time for us to get from the airport to the hotel last year. So
Well, if there was traffic, it might. But if there's no traffic, that's a
It's all 4-lane down to 44
Yeah.
and back up to the Lindbergh.
if there's no traffic, you could probably do it 15 minutes to 20 minutes.
yeah.
I'll drop him off downtown.
Hey, go
Yeah,
North
okay.
County.
If he goes with me, Tom, I'll drop him off downtown.
I wouldn't last 5 minutes down there.
Hey Todd, who would you be flying in on? Delta, American?
American.
Okay,
Yeah.
so that's Terminal 1. Let's see. I'm gonna do a quick look at here.
There ain't no easy way to get in and out of that airport. That's what I hate about it. I don't go there unless I have to. I would.
Well, you might.
I would as a last resort, but you'll just have to.
You might have to, unless you bribe Matt. I don't know. I don't care. I'll get there one way or another.
Hey, Darren.
It's 20 miles from there.
How much?
That's a good 20.
Yeah, it is. It is
From
a good
Terminal
20.
1 to there is 20 miles. Actually, 19. Sorry.
There's Jerome Bee Farm or Darren. Yeah,
Hey, Darren.
I missed you at the Hobby. I didn't get to see you this year.
You know, one thing I like about the way Matt does this is he lines the box and then he lays this bag in here and then he just goes to town pouring it in. And it forms up real good because it's inside that box. That's pretty good. Well, the edges are a little different than the center.
You still haven't met your knife.
No. I have another block. I still have more from my last shipment that I gotta cut up, but I just realized I should have done that one first. But oh well.
I watched your video, Darren. You sure did have a carload of product. I don't think there was a square foot of space left in that car.
Who is that?
Jerome Bee Farm, Darren.
Oh,
He
yeah.
had a video out. That Explorer was as big as Tom and Melissa's with all the food in it.
Yeah, it was
Well,
low.
I tell
Hey,
you,
I think they said it was like 35, maybe 40 pounds. How big was that block, Todd?
40.
Most of them about 35 pounds.
Yeah, the big blocks are 35.
Oh, okay, 35. The package, I think the package said 41 or something like 42 pounds.
I tell you, them
Oh.
bees were that fun that they were landing all over it when I was putting it in the other day.
Oh man, they devour this stuff.
They sure do.
I mean, I don't know how long it takes for them to take like my size down, but I'd imagine it's probably 2 or 3 days. I mean, by the time I get back to them, they're already ripping the bag apart and tearing it out of the box. You know.
You must have some cheap bags.
I wish I'd have went to the store the other day instead of using those gallon bags I had and just got a little smaller bag and put the same amount in it to make it a little thicker.
The perfect amount is in my opinion, is a sandwich bag, and then make it where when it smashes out, it's about a quarter inch thick all over. You
That's
know,
what I did last year with the little bit I got from him.
yeah.
I put it in a sandwich bag. It was like a
And then you can put 1 or 2 or whatever you think you're,
Yeah.
you know, based on your colony size, whatever size you need.
I think I picked up some Walmart bags that I think they said half gallon. There's our half gallon Ziploc bags.
No,
they kind of hard to come by.
never seen.
Half gallon?
Yeah.
I don't think they have half gallon, do they?
Well,
Not that I ever seen gallons and quarts and butts.
Yeah.
That's what I was thinking.
On the major brands anyway.
Well, I mean,
And the Ziplocs make it a lot easier than the ones that stick together too, because you
Yeah, I
get
like-
that
Yeah.
contact in them, and then where you smash it together, that could be frustrating.
Yeah.
Clean them.
Yeah.
If you use them slide ones, well, it works a little better, I think, or it's handier.
Yeah, definitely.
I swear I'm going
Like I
to
said, they
change
make
this
that
light
stuff, but I
switch.
don't know that I ever seen any.
You can get them on Amazon,
Okay. Well,
but I don't think we've ever had them.
yeah, some of them cheaper ones won't hardly stay zipped up, you know, if you go to putting pressure on them when you break it down. I know that.
Yeah, they're gallon bags I picked up.
Yeah, Dodd said he'd get 2-quart bags on Amazon. They're probably fine for funded. I don't think I'd use them for the sugar water dispensers.
No, you might have a high flow of sugar water.
Little leakage going on.
Yeah. Wow.
Doug, they consume it all as far as I can tell. I mean, I'll say a 1 pound, maybe a pound and a half in the little pint bags. They were going within 7 days.
I'm going to say in where you got a little cold weather, I'm going to stick my neck out there and say I figure you can average, I'd say a 5 pound average per hive per winter would be a pretty good guesstimate on them based on my experience with them.
That's about right.
That's what you'll go through. Some years are going to be a little bit more, some years be a little bit less, but I'd suggest that if you're going to rely on that solely for a food source, well, it'd take you 5 pound a colony a winter. What do you think, Tom?
Yeah, I would say that's probably accurate. I mean, I don't put it on just to put it on. I usually put it on because I feel like that they've eaten the center out of the food or they're low. Because for me, it's easier and it's cheaper to feed liquid syrup early than to feed emergency stuff later. So I'll leave it at that.
Well, like for me, I fed liquid syrup early. I didn't feed as much as I normally do because they weren't brooding up to where I wanted them to be at that time. I left them space to brood, but I think it's kind of biting me right now where stores are pretty light.
Yeah, if they're getting light, definitely put that on there. If that box is full, I wouldn't be putting fondant on there because if you are running the double deep configuration and you're getting really close to spring and they still have that top box full, guess what? That could be a problem because it'd be like running them in a single. There's no room for the queen to do anything. So I'm looking for as many brood frames as I can get early this spring for making splits. So there's a fine line, not starving them out, of course. And if you have a little bit of extra food, you can take an extra food frame over to your split, of course, and not have to worry about feeding them as much. Even though I still do put a light syrup on them when I'm just making the splits, but just the way that I have done it, and I think it is very effective.
Yeah.
Come in.
Yeah.
So Uncle
Sound
Junior,
like a dang doorbell.
Yeah, it does, doesn't it?
Uncle Junior, we actually just take that bag and cut slits across it. I cut 4 to 5 slits going diagonal across it because you want the slits to line up with the spacing on the frames, right? So if you just take real quick and I just take and spin the bag like this, I run several slits going vertical, anywhere between 4 and 5 from one side to the other, and they'll climb up in there pretty easily.
You don't cut a door or a window in here?
No.
I
do.
that with mine, and then the same evening I heard Matt talking about just cutting slits in it.
Yeah.
Yep.
I wish I'd have knew that sooner.
I guess it depends. So, like the Hive Alive fondant is really firm and it holds together really well. So you could cut a window out in it, slap it down in there. It's going to sit perfectly on top of the frames. Depending on how soft your fondant is, if it's really soft or borderline just barely runny, I just cut the slits. And I'm telling you, those bees find that so easily, and next thing you know, they're up inside there.
I just cut a window, you know, and then I peel that thing back. So that's all I do. And so my shims that are on there, they're already, you know, in the lids. So when I go to push that lid down, sometimes I don't get these thin enough when they're laying on the top bars, but with that big window in the back, when I push that lid down, it'll push a little bit of this fondant out of the bag, and then it'll equalize. So
I mean, as long as it's not runny, that's okay. You know.
Yeah.
I squeezed mine down with my hands and had bags that size, what he's using right now, and I just pushed it down like that, where like it was gooey, and then I put a big window, pretty much cut the whole backside of that bag out, and with a tongue, and wrapped it around, and I just laid it down on top of them, and they didn't melt or anything like that. Did a good job.
Yeah. I know it doesn't stay in there very long. I just don't know how many days it's taken them to take it down.
You know, small bag like what you got there, a week, they're gone.
Oh, it's before a week. I know it's less than 5 days because one round I put in, I came back 5 days later, and the bag was being torn apart and dragged out the front door. So on most of the hives, they were already done with it. So it's I don't know, whatever it is, it doesn't last long. That's all I know.
It's that stink bug larva.
Yeah.
They're also able to push up in that bag to keep it spread open. I thought I was going to come back on my last ones I did and open it up some more, and they'd already cleaned the whole bag out.
Yeah.
Yes, Danny. As far as making it, I don't know. I don't have the expertise to do it actually, but it's worth getting it. I'll have to say that much.
All right. Mandatory government break.
It figures.
You didn't get through one block. There's no break.
You worked a lot longer than a government worker.
I told you, I'm hourly work.
He didn't finish his block. He doesn't get a break yet.
Hey, what's that thing in his background there? What is that?
That's like you're like watching a girls' basketball game, Todd. I get to want to come out there and help you. Like, man,
Well, if you feel that sorry, come on out. I got a pup tin I can put out in the backyard for you.
What's in the Folger cans?
Nothing. I use them for this and that. This is what I made last year, and this is like hard as a rock. So that recipe, I don't know how he does that, but this stuff, I mean, I could bang it on the floor and it still won't break. But what I'm going to do is I'm going to put water. I'm going to put this in water and just feed it back to him, because all it is sugar and, you know, whatever else I put in it.
You could probably just put a little bit of water at the bottom of a cookie sheet or something like that, lay that in there, and I bet you it would absorb it, but just enough water to kind of emulsify it a little bit, and you could probably dump the rest of the water off and then smash it into a bag.
Yeah, that's true. Let me see. Can you guys see the white?
Yeah,
the white part of it.
Mm-hmm.
So you can tell the difference of, because I think last year he just made plain. Well, this year he's got the other stuff in there. So, but anyway, that's my attempt, and I did 2 or 3 of those attempts, and it didn't work out. So,
who's gonna make the first video called "Hooked on Fondant"?
Now watch out there, Todd. You're about ready to step on some glue on the floor there. You're going to get stuck.
Oh, no, that's an empty bottle. That's that tight butt 2 glue.
Uh-oh.
Oh, jeez. All
Is that a
right,
hot
break's
knife there
over.
underneath that?
Yeah. Yes, I don't know. Something's wrong with this thing. It's a little dirty too.
That's an old Walter T.
Heat
Kelly.
that up and cut that font.
I thought about that, but nah.
Is that a Walter T. Kelly knife?
No, that's a Pierce knife.
Oh, it looked like the little bitty control knob was that of what looked like the older style Walter T. Kelly's.
I think they copied that, but yeah, it does look like, and I just attached it to a little board there.
Yeah.
Simpler. But I don't, you know what? I don't like that. I like that other knife I was talking about, the one John makes. That Saber.
You must drink a lot of Folgers coffee there.
Oh yeah, gotta have coffee.
Hey, Brian said he didn't see you eat any of that fondant. Can you go ahead and eat some because everybody?
Yeah, let's see you eat some fondant.
Eat the rest.
All
of
right,
it.
let me find a piece with stink bug larva in it.
Uh-oh, now
Tastes like cake.
Now he's gonna be flying around the room in 5 minutes.
Yeah, he'd be through in a minute now.
You said you were quitting. No, you
Ooh, man. That had a different taste to it since I tried it last time.
A little pep in your step.
No, watch out.
That's that stick bug larva.
Yep,
No.
that's a stink bug stuff.
Oh, man.
I feel like you guys are going to try to start a club, and then like initiations, you have to eat so many stink bugs and then so much fondant or something. The way this is going.
You don't know how much power I've got out here with Matthew. We're pretty tight, you know. I can get him.
You're gonna have little patches you can put on your jacket, sew into your jacket like the 5 pound club once you eat 5 pounds.
Yeah.
I'm up to 25. Maybe 30 or 40. It's
Yeah,
worked
Clay,
out
I
to be-
agree with you.
It's worked out to be a pretty good supplement. I will give him credit for that. So
Yeah. Yeah.
So
It always amazes me how they, when you, whose video? Oh, Mike made a short, I think it was today. At least that's when I saw it was today, where
okay.
they always start in the center and then they work their way out, even in a bag. You know, it's crazy.
well, guys, it's 10 o'clock, a little after. I'm going to go ahead and shut the chat down. Thanks for everybody coming in tonight, and we will see you tomorrow night, right, Joey?
Yes, sir.
8 o'clock Eastern Standard, 7 Central. And Joey will be on tomorrow night, and then we'll be back on Bill's channel Monday at 8 p.m. Eastern Standard Time. Bees all day. So we'll see you all later.